Rob, what is that deportation video? Down with deportation from
when
2018.
she was senator, she joined this this crowd. And I think if we pull the story on VT News.
Down with deportation?
Yeah, she joined a bunch of people that were out there chanting. I don't think she understood it was being chanted. There she goes. She wanders into the crowd, gets out of the limo, wanders into the crowd, and just starts chanting what they're chanting here.
Play it, Rob?
That's what happened.
Deportation, up with education, down with deportation, up with education, down with deportation.
Whoa.
She has no idea what's happening.
She's just dancing. She just thinks it's a song. It's a new Kanye song. She's like, oh, I like this new hit. Yeah. Let's go. Oh, my man. Look at that. Yo.
Yeah.
I actually
Then she asked
disagree.
then she asked where the bar was, said wanted a Tito and cranberry, hold the cranberry. And that was how she spent the afternoon.
Actually, I respectfully disagree. I think she knew exactly what she was saying. I think that is exactly her policy. She's the border czar. Let them all in. No deportation. Let's give them education and let's give them indoctrination and let's let's maybe eat a Haitian. I don't know. Whatever we got to do, we got to do.
A lot of nations.
But let's keep these people from the nations in our equation so we have a sensation of the Kamala Harris border emancipation.
Yeah.
And the border czar, long live the border czar who let 20 million people in the country. Good for her.
You're almost rapping.
There it is, Tom. I mean, nobody's a better rapper than you. My brother Larry had what is it?
Oh, no, that goes way back.
Okay, I mean, sing it. Go for us.
No.
Vinny,
Your brother
what
Harry.
else? Were you going to say something?
No.
Oh, by the way, what's crazy about this is, so Taylor Swift, she does the endorsement on the day of the debate, and everybody's like, oh my God, that's it. That's unfair. It's going to make an...
I was one of those people. I was like, oh my
we
God.
did the math here, and I'm like, guys, this is nothing.
We weren't buying it.
And then the report comes out, and here's what the report shows, guys. The results, this is embarrassing. Study shows Taylor Swift's endorsement may turn off voters that Harris needed.
By the way, do we have the chart? No.
Rob, if you have the chart,
I'm going to look for it.
I'm going to read this while you're looking for it. So the endorsement Kamala Harris after the debate went viral, but research shows it may not help Harris. A national survey found that undecided Swifties who initially showed a high likelihood to vote, 0.71 on a 0 to 1 scale, reported a sharp decline in intent to 0.4. Damn, when Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. Trumpy Swifties were unaffected by Swift endorsement, and those already planning to vote for Harris showed no increase in enthusiasm. The research highlighted that celebrities, including Swift, struggle to sway voters on deeply partisan issues like abortion or candidate. While Swift activism has mobilized voter registration in the past, the study suggests her political endorsement may backfire, especially amongst undecided voters. So here's the numbers, guys. So, Tom, you want to take this? Go ahead and take this since you're having fun with this.
This is just wonderful. So you take the 18 to 34. There's your core Swiftie. 8% were more enthusiastic, but 11% were less enthusiastic about Kamala Harris.
Net 3.
A net -3. And 80%, it didn't effing matter.
Nobody
And then you go to their parents, it gets worse. 35 to 49. The Swifties' parents, 5% were more enthusiastic about Kamala Harris, finding out that Taylor Swift was supporting her. But 12% were less enthusiastic, meaning the parents were -7. And 83% of them had absolutely no difference whatsoever. So there you have it. You know, we talked about it. Pat did the math. He broke it all down. And then I dug up some stats. I did. That talked about that what used to move voters quantitatively, with facts, were governors, mayors, and the newspaper opinion page. Mm-hmm. It used to be very critical to get the Miami Herald to support you because the opinion page usually wrote a long thing. Remember this, Adam? Miami Herald? And it contained, oh my gosh, facts and policies.
Oh, weird.
We want to support Michael Dukakis here in Miami for the following facts and policies. Now, that swayed voters back at those days. But celebrities, it doesn't work. And Swifty took 3 points back. And by the way, think about this. Pat broke down the math. In a U.S. race that is razor thin, but it's starting to widen, this is a gaffe.
That's a gaffe. So you mean to tell me Cher saying that if Trump wins, she's going to move out of the country is not going to affect people's vote?
That probably helps Trump.
Now, watch this, though. Watch this. This is the weirdest thing. The next story is Janet Jackson, who came up there and she says she's not even black. She made that comment last week.
Yes.
Whoopi comes out defending her.
About Kamala.
So, oh my God, everybody gets it wrong every once in a while. I get it wrong. You get it wrong. We all get it wrong once in a while. Just let Janet Jackson go. She's not doing anything on purpose.
Get back in line.
And then Janet Jackson disavows unauthorized apology for saying Kamala Harris is not black. She was criticized for a comment saying she's not black. She said she's not black. That's what I heard. She's Indian. Jackson claimed that she was told Harris's father was white, saying Harris's father was white. That's what I said. Harris was born to an Indian mother and Jamaican father. Following the backlash, Mo Elmarzi, who identified as Jackson's manager, issued an apology on her behalf, saying Jackson deeply respects Vice President Kamala Harris and her accomplishments as a black and Indian woman. He added, Janet apologizes for any confusion caused. Jackson's team has since disavowed Elmarzi's apology, asserting that he was not authorized to speak for her. USA Today reported that Randy Jackson, Janet's brother, is her actual manager, and Elmarzi's role is now in question.
So the translation, Janet Jackson said, knock
You're
that
fired.
off. I meant what I said.
That's right.
That's what she said.
By the way,
tip of the hat to
anytime,
Janet
any
Jackson.
place.
I meant what I said.
Anytime, do you know she made a music video that the percentage of men buying strawberries went to the roof 3 months later? Did you know the studies have proven, studies that is not public, it's a study that we did.
But internal.
Internally. This is an internal study done by men. It's an insight. It's a very insight.
Gotcha.
When this video came out, anytime, any place, everybody was buying strawberries.
But now
Just
she's out there.
Yeah.
She's going to have this thing with Justin Timberlake. Did you hear about this thing? Her and Justin
let's
Timberlake.
hear it, Tom.
I'm going to get you elected by the end of the song.
By the way, Rob, you're a comedian. Did that land?
Did it land on? It landed on Rob.
Yeah, it landed on me, but Tom's always do. Tom gets me.
See, does anybody not remember the Super Bowl?
Oh, of course.
I'm going to get you naked by the end of the song.
Pat, you know,
with her,
Pat, but you know,
movie hanging out?
Do you know what this story?
there you
You know
go.
what this says? This says Janet is like, no.
Miss Jackson.
I want her to know that I don't care, and this is how I feel about her.
like you.
I don't like you, and you know what? I did a little, a slight digging. I think, Janet, Michael, and Kamala, and even Trump, they've been intertwined for a while. Janet knows that Kamala Harris, who she is, because since 2003, 2004, she was actively working with the Santa Barbara police to try to destroy Michael Jackson, and they tried to send him to jail while Donald Trump was defending Michael Jackson. That's the video that I showed you before we came in here, Pat. Well, Michael Jackson was later vindicated and proven innocent. She was still working in California. Rob, do you have that video of Trump? I'm sorry, Kamala makes a comment. It's the one that I sent you. Kamala, Michael Jackson, because I like I said, I think there's something deeper for her. Think about it. Imagine your team, Tom, putting out an apology, and you go, no. You publicly come out and say, I didn't say, no. Leave it there. She's not black. She's Indian and Jamaican.
It happens more often than Hollywood than you think, where your agent will go out and say, well, I think what Vinny was saying was this.
For your image.
And it's almost like you have your own private little Jean-Pierre running around saying, well, what Vinny was really trying to say was this.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Celebrities say things all the time. I don't mean when they're drunk and they're walking to their car and TMZ puts a camera phone in front of them, at 2 a.m. walking out of a club. I mean when they say, no, this is how I feel and this is what it's all about. Gary Sinise. I think what Gary Sinise really meant was this. No, I meant this. And then we all found out that he was actually conservative.
Exactly.
And so this is what's going on here. They're trying to play what she meant to say was, and she's like, no, I said what I meant.
I don't like. Yeah, exactly. That to me has some personal thing. Pat, do you want to show this one? The Michael Jackson thing?
You want to tell him the time of where it is? Yeah, go ahead and play it. Because Kamala's in the beginning.
Kamala's in the beginning.
Go ahead and play.
So she's going to go and they took pictures of me?
Go ahead.
This is
could mean life
ABC
in prison. And cases like this can depend on the testimony of the child accuser.
In general, the child will be able to recall and recollect with some detail the incident, and that is persuasive to a jury, even if it is the only testimony that is available.
Jackson gave a wave when he was released after booking. He's scheduled for arraignment in January.
Michael's been a long-time resident of Trump Tower, and last night the Donald strongly reiterated his defense of Jackson with Larry King by going after the accuser's mother.
She's had plenty of experience at going after people, and she goes after them viciously and violently, and I saw a story and I read another story about some of the things she's done. and I don't believe it.
But you know what it's like when an indictment comes down.
It's tough.
It's presumption.
It's tough. It's tough to win, but I have a feeling he's going to win, Larry. The interesting thing is I've known Michael from many different standpoints, and Michael would spend a lot of time with my kids. I have beautiful kids, and at the time, like at Mar-a-Lago, and even in Trump Tower, the kids were very young. Michael would come, play with the kids. He just loved children. He was not a child molester, and I am certain of that. He loved children. He'd play with my son Eric and my son Donald, and he'd just play with them forever. He loved children, but he was not a child molester. And, you know, that whole final saga of Neverland and the police and what they did was, I think, a very, very bad part of Michael.
So I feel like Pat, like that like as a sister, if Michael Jackson was your sister and you know Kamala's trying to run for president and you say what you say and then they're like, yeah, she meant that, and you go, no. I said exactly what I meant. I think that there's a little bit of a history book because that's her brother and that Kamala was talking.
You mean like
Mike.
Janet is not defending Kamala because Kamala went after Michael?
I think well, she doesn't like her.
And Donald, the family, do you think the family remembers what Donald Trump said on Larry? That was on Larry King. That wasn't a side interview.
Tom, great point.
That was Larry frickin' King at his peak.
But let me tell you guys, this is how I start my day every day. And throughout the day, I do this 4 or 5 times when I want to know. When I'm in meetings, yesterday I was in meetings from the second I came in to the second I left. I was in meetings nonstop. So when I don't have time and I want to know what's going on throughout my day, every time I do this, I go to vtnews.ai. Okay, so this is vtnews.ai. If you haven't yet used it, I go in there on the news and I have the highest level on there, which is $19.99 a month, unlimited amount of questions to ask the AI, the Ask VT AI on there. And I go there to Rob, if you can zoom in a little bit so the audience can see it, if you have the AI edition all the way at the top. I ask that question, go a little lower, Rob, go a little lower. I ask that question, what are the top 5 news events today? 4 or 5 times a day, because it changes, because news changes. So click on that and let's see what it spits out. Can you zoom out a little bit so we can see it? So at any point, so let's just say based on, zoom in a little bit, let's see what it says. Based on the recent information, here are the 5 significant news. Vice President Kamala Harris has been actively campaigning in battleground states, Nevada, Arizona, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, focused on economic development, healthcare. Okay, got it. President Joe Biden spoke at Bloomberg Global Business Forum during Climate Week NYC, highlighting his administration achievement in combating climate change. Okay. A video from 2018 has service showing then Senator Kamala Harris chanting down with deportation. What?
Yeah.
Did you see this?
I never saw it.
Is that true, Rob?
I'll go find it.
Well, hang on. Let's continue with this. At a parade, contrasting with her current campaign rhetoric on border security. Very weird. Vice President Harris recently participated in a high-profile live stream with Oprah Winfrey, Michigan, attracting hundreds of thousands of viewers.
What's this?
And addressing camp. Former President Donald Trump abruptly ended an interview at the U.S.-Mexico border in Arizona due to security concerns.
What? That just happened?
Whoa. That's why I use vtnews.ai.
Wow.
Okay. And by the way, if you haven't yet subscribed, just go to we hired 15 machine learning engineers to create this. And the level of people that have subscribed to it, we've not seen numbers like this before. Go to vtnews.ai, test the freemium. But if you really want to leverage the AI, the lopsided stories, the which way stories are leaning, it shows you all of it, the timeline of events. If you go on timelines, Rob, on the timelines and go to Trump's timeline, it'll show you any top right. It'll show you any stories with what's happened in the peaks. You can literally go to that thing and see what's going on. Again, go to vtnews.ai, leverage the technology that we worked the last 9 months putting together for us that we're sharing with you.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.